But my sun sign is Sagittarius. I give props where props is due. No fake love. We say what we mean. If I like it, I like it. I don't like it, I don't like it. And if you're mad about it, that's fine, but I don't like it. I'm not going to pretend to like it because you're mad about it. It would just be what it is. I am a Sagittarius. I'm actually a Sagittarius stellium. I will speak my truth. That's one thing you can count on for me. It's because of you guys that I am who I am. You guys are the ones who have really helped me see myself and heal my hurt and learn how to deal with my feelings and accept my feelings for what they were. As a Sag stellium and Capricorn stellium, that did not come naturally to me, and you guys are amazing. So you'll always have my heart. So even the things that I say about you that you need to work on, they're never going to come from a place of like, I hate you guys. Nobody's perfect. We all have our shit. And, you know, a lot of times we don't even know we have it. Until somebody is brave enough to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm going to risk making myself uncomfortable and making you uncomfortable, but I love you enough to have the balls to tell you that this thing that you do is annoying. You need to stop doing it. Sometimes it takes that brave soul for us to get it. And I take that on as my calling. Like, I'll be the asshole if it helps some of you like recognize that there are things that you need to work on. If me being the asshole is what gets you to go, you know what? Like, yeah, you know, that was shitty. I need to stop doing that. Or like, nice people don't do such things. So let me like reevaluate myself. If that's what, you know, that's who I have to be for you to get there, then so be it. I'll be the villain. I'm okay with it. What do the degrees mean in the natal chart? Basically, they signify like the intensity of that placement. They bring a lot of definition to it based on the qualities of the zodiac sign that normally sits at that degree. We also have like different zodiac signs associated with different degrees. As an example, like the first degree is Aries degree. The degrees are directly related to the zodiac sign that sits there, and they give a lot of meaning to the power of that placement. If something is happening at a cardinal degree, it's going to look very different than if something was happening at a fixed degree, as an example. And it just keeps going and repeating in the increments of 12. It's also important to understand what the varying degrees are on your chart, because some people have certain degrees that repeat. You want to pay attention to those things. A lot of times when people are talking about the degrees, the one reason that it comes up is like whether it's like a destructive degree, like the 8th degree, like the degree of power, or they're looking at the degrees of fame. I can look at specific natal charts and tell if that person's going to be famous or not. Fame doesn't necessarily have to mean like Hollywood fame. Fame can also just mean like visibility in your community. Depending on where you're from, fame means different things. You know, for some people it could be like, I'm a famous writer, somebody's a famous producer, somebody's a famous cook, or somebody's just like a famous like preacher in their neighborhood. They're still famous. Fame is not just about like what you see on TV. It's about like what is the level of exposure that you're going to have. And I can actually look at a natal chart and be able to tell like if this person's going to be famous or not famous. And I can also tell what kind of fame. Like, is it going to be long-term fame where people know them for a long time, like a household name? Or is it going to be like a short-term type of fame where they're famous for a little bit of time and then after that nobody hears about them again? I can tell the distinction between the type of fame. There's certain degrees also that carry a lot of potent energy, a lot of power. So I can also tell like what element of power sits at that intersection of that placement. So there is a whole lot there that can be said about like just the degrees alone. Honestly, I could talk about it for months because each degree also means something very specific. Yeah, in addition to degrees, you know, we talk about planets, then we talk about how the planets interact. What is the potency of that interaction? Astrology is quite complex. In addition to your sun sign, there's your moon sign. Typically, people will talk about their moon sign. They'll go sun, moon, and then there's your rising sign. So these we call your big three or your top three. So most people who are just getting into astrology, I always recommend that you at least know your top three or your big three, so that at least you know, okay, what is my ego like? How do I process my emotions? How do people receive me generally? What is my personality like to other people? What is their perception of my personality? So you should at least know those top three. To simplify, your sun is your ego, your moon is your emotions, your rising is your personality, your Mercury is the way you communicate and receive information, your Mars is how you make art, how creative are you, it's how you sex, it's how you fight, and your Venus is how you love. What type of energy do you need to feel like you're wrapped in abundance? So that's basically what they mean at the core.
You can book your astrology reading at intuitivehealing.com. You can also watch videos at Intuitive Healing here on YouTube for Astrology 101 content. Listen to the Aquarius podcast on Spotify, as well as here on YouTube for your horoscope. If you're interested in astrology and love connections, you can visit at Styled Under Libra. And of course, for health and wellness and holistic healing, visit at Styled Under Virgo for all of your astrology content. Thanks so much for watching.